we have witnessed the biggest mockery in the Indian education system. We have been hearing and we are constantly worried about the life and career of about 25 lakh students who had given the Neet UG 2024 this year. Paper leaks, scams, malpractices, cheating, paper circulation in dark web, possession of question papers a day before exams and whatnot. Neet has become the most unneat exam of our country. And also the question papers of other competitive examinations like UGC net, CSIR net, and even Neet PG question papers are being circulated online and is available in dark web. And India is now witnessing the major scams in the history of examination. Question paper leakage is not something that is just limited to the aspirants who are giving this exam. But it is a grave matter which affects the life of each and every citizen of this country. Let me explain you why. Neet UG is an exam which selects the brilliant doctors of this country. Neet PG is an exam that selects the brilliant specialists in this country. CSIR net and UGC net are exams which select the brilliant teachers in this country. And by leaking these question papers and by doing all these malpractices and fraudulent measures, we are actually making, or we are actually creating and molding fake doctors, fake teachers, and fake professionals. Imagine the condition of common people whom once get dependent on these fraudulent persons or fraudulent professionals for their services. Imagine the plight of a student or the quality of education which is received by a student who is being taught by a teacher who had fakely or who had qualified or cracked this UGC net examination in a fraudulent measure. Imagine the condition or the plight of a patient who is being treated by a doctor or a specialist who had cracked the Neet UG or Neet PG by fraudulent measures. How threatening and how devastating this is to our country. And the most shocking fact was that the Neet PG examination, which was supposed to be conducted yesterday, was cancelled 10 hours prior to the examination. And the excuse given by the government was it was actually a precautionary measure taken. I have to ask to the government why you could not cancel the examination 2 or 3 days or even a week before the examination. And that time also, this Neet UG scam and also the paper leakage news, all these headlines were topping the national television. Why you remain silent or why you remain mum on paper leakage on all these days, and just 10 hours before the examination you cancelled this exam. And I also have to ask the government why you are not accepting the fact of paper leakage and why you are remaining silent on all these matters. Imagine the expenses a person has to bear when moved to another city just to give this exam. I know people who flew from Dubai just to give Neet PG examination. Imagine the money lost for hotel bookings, flight tickets, food, accommodation, travel, etc. Imagine the amount of time they lost. Actually, this exam is given by working professionals. These are doctors. They took leave and came to write the exam. Imagine the time wasted by the parents who accompany these aspirants. And also from the aspirant point of view, studying 19 subjects is not a joke. It is actually the result of sleepless nights and hard work a person has put to 1, 2 or 3 years in his or her life. Actually, this is not just an exam, not a joke. It's actually an exam which decides the life and career of students. And imagine the amount of mental toll it takes when an aspirant feels, or when an aspirant knows, or when an aspirant is informed that 10 hours prior to the exam has been cancelled. The amount of mental toll and the pressure that person have to go through is something really, really huge. We live in a country where the question papers of all major competitive examinations are being leaked and also sold for lakhs of rupees. We live in a country where doctors are being assaulted, molested, attacked, overworked, and also underpaid. Still, no justice for them. We live in a country where there is severe unemployment and severe poverty. We live in a country where the hospitals lack the proper number of ICU beds, basic equipment, and also essential medicine. Still, the doctors are being blamed instead of ministers and officials who are related to all this. We live in a country where the students are pressurized mentally and traumatized a lot for preparing for all these fraudulent competitive examinations. We live in a country where the professionals are overworked, overstressed, and are sleepless. We live in a country where still toxic work culture exists. We live in a country where still toxic physical assault and ragging still exists in most of the colleges. We live in a country where the life and career of about 30 lakh students who are preparing for Neet UG, Neet PG, all these competitive exams like NET, UGC, NET, CSIR, NET, and all, being a big question mark.